You know, when you get to be 73 years old, senior issues become very important to you, and I always look forward to two very important publications every month at my house. Number one, Playboy, and number two, AARP. Not necessarily in that, I'm kidding. I quit taking Playboy 40 years ago when I was much young. And I keep looking for the centerfolds in AARP, but so far they haven't happened. We're going to talk about AARP today on our program. Welcome, I'm Bob Carroll. And we have Donna Klontz, who is with us, and also, let's see, I got to put my glasses on. Yeah,
Anita Ritter
from AARP. Ladies, welcome. Nice to have you on the program. You know, we do know a lot about AARP nationally and pretty much through the publication. And I don't think too much about it in the state of Nevada as to what you are doing, how active. Are there different chapters, Donna? Or is there one overall chapter or what?
Well, there is a Nevada AARP, and over 300,000 Nevadans are members of that large group. And the state group has a website and has an office in Las Vegas and has staffers that do events up here in Northern Nevada. And two of us today, Anita and I, are both volunteers for AARP in Northern Nevada, and there are quite a few other Northern Nevadans that volunteer for various AARP programs. And we have lots of things going on right now for AARP members and services that are there all year round for Nevadans that are members of AARP and even the general public who are interested in job issues or health care issues or are taking care of family members. Those resources are there for them.
Don, what would you say the main interest from AARP members? Is it on jobs? Is it on health? Is it on taking care of mom and dad?
Okay, sure. I did research for AARP for a great number of years. The three issues that are consistently the top issues across the board for members of AARP are income security, of which jobs is a portion, affordable health care, and independent living. Mm-hmm. And those have remained unchanged for 20 years.
You know, not recently, a couple of years ago when I was involved at a radio station, an ownership type of thing, and we play old music, of course, we play nostalgia music, and I had the occasion to hire seniors, I mean people my age, because they know the music. And the one thing that really stood out in my mind, that seniors have that great work ethic that you don't find sometimes in a young person 25 years old. You know, they want to know when are their vacations, can they get Friday afternoon off to go on a date? And seniors say, hey, I come to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, I go home at 5 because I've been doing this for 50, 60 years. And I think that seniors become very, very productive in the workforce. Question is, are they in demand here in the state of Nevada? Can they be hired? Donna?
Yes, they can. That is one of the things that we're addressing here in Northern Nevada, and that's why Anita and I are here today, so that the watchers and listeners can take part in there's a job resources fair and 2 seminars. Anita will be teaching those 2 seminars at Truckee Meadows Community College on July 28th. It'll be at the Red Mountain Building on the Dandini campus. The 2 classes, one of them's at 10 in the morning and one is at 1 in the afternoon, to especially reach out to seniors that are job seeking now in today's marketplace, which has changed a lot. We have that work ethic that you described, but dealing with the internet and dealing with how employers these days are even narrowing down the people that they even choose to call for interviews has changed a lot. And Anita's got some skills.
Anita,
that
do you
she's gonna
teach them the skills of the internet and the fact that they need to have a good resume?
Oh, absolutely. The program talks about branding yourself.
Okay.
And by branding yourself, it means a multitude of different things. One is appearance, one is resume, one is interviewing skills. In fact, one of the things we'll be touching on is the 10 most successful ways to job hunt. There's a wonderful series of research articles by Richard Bowles. He wrote What Color is Your Parachute? A lot of people have read that. And he talks about that. And while the internet plays a significant role in today's job market, it's not the most effective way to job seek. Getting out there, going to employers, providing them with an interview and a resume are the most effective ways to get a job. even in this tough job market.
Are employers, ladies, how do I want to phrase this? Are they a little bit squeamish about saying, hey, we have to handle this right? This guy's, 68 years old or 74 years old, and we don't want to be we don't want to say age discrimination. Does that play into the conversation?
Most employers do not express that as a concern. One can't tell what's in the back of their mind. We do know that age discrimination does exist. But you have to look at the typical older worker, those that are 60 plus. Many of them no longer want to work full time. They want to explore new avenues, such as myself. I'm now a real estate agent here in...
Time to be a real estate agent.
Yes, it is. It is, in fact. But many of them want part-time work, and I think that should appeal to employers, because a lot of younger people aren't open to part-time work. They need to feed their families and so forth.
And the employers aren't saddled with certain benefits and that health and that type of thing.
We don't stress that, but that in fact is true.
You talked about the 10 kinds of things that would help a senior get a job. Just give me a couple of examples.
Well, one of the things that Richard Bowles suggests is going through the yellow pages of a phone directory, highlighting those areas where you would like to work. Look under community relations, under healthcare, whatever, and just start calling them, asking them if they can send a resume and so forth.
Do you find that seniors who maybe were in the engineering business for all of their lives, do they necessarily want to stay in that profession, or is it kind of fun and a challenge to say, hey, I'm going to do something entirely different here?
I think a lot of people are looking for second careers, definitely. Myself, I was a researcher for 31 years at AARP, and research is a very solitary type of activity. I'm very vivacious. I loved research. I love the analytical part, but now that I'm in an age I am, I want more contact with people. And a lot of seniors feel the same way. They're burned out. Knowledge is changing rapidly in every occupation. It used to be you went to school, you went to work, and you retired. That's no longer the model. Knowledge is changing, doubling every 2 years. So you've been in engineering, you still have to go back and get retrained, and retrained, and retrained. And at some point people say, enough is enough. I want more contact. I don't want to invest any more money in getting retrained because it's not going to pay off for me.
In the casino industry, there's probably a lot of opportunities. And when you walk into our casinos here, you do see a lot of seniors that are actively working on the floor or waitressing or seating people. Is that the whole true?
I'm not sure about the stats exactly for casino workers. I've seen the same thing. The employers in our state tend to be the big ones in our town. Our entertainment and visitor services, the hotels and restaurants and those kinds of businesses do employ a lot of folks, probably at the lower end salary ranges, but also there are many people looking for work in our state, and as you talked about.
So the seniors are competing with those other people, yeah.
On July 28th over at TMCC, though, is introducing folks to other resources besides the seminars that Anita's going to be teaching. We've invited about 15 or so exhibitors to come to TMCC from 11:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon at the main lobby at the Red Mountain building at the Dandini campus. And at that resource fair will be basically programs that work with folks that are either seeking work these days or thinking about becoming entrepreneurs. That's something that seniors think about and go ahead and do after they've had a career, say as an engineer, to start their own business. And so at the resource fair, and this is free for everyone, the classes are free as well as the resource fair is free. At the resource fair, the AARP Foundation will be there, and it has job training. Here in Reno, we have a program for folks to actually go through training and be placed in work situations as interns through AARP. And so folks can come there and find out about how they can become part of that. The main job training programs for open to all folks will also be there. The State of Nevada Job Connect is a statewide job resource and career centers and job trainings will be there. ProNet, that works with professional folks that are out of work or seeking to change employment, will be there. Join is a program as well that does training and teaches folks how to get back in the job market.
How do you get funding
so on.
for like these job fairs? Through the national AARP?
Yes,
Exactly.
AARP is funding it.
Right, and they've assigned a staff person here in Nevada who works for AARP Nevada to be the coordinator to find folks like Anita and I to be our volunteers to go do that. But they've provided the funding, so they're putting the money toward TMCC to pay for the tables, to set up the exhibits and that kind of thing. So all of these exhibitors that are coming, City of Reno, Washoe County, SCORE, University of Nevada, Reno, TMCC itself, and so on, all of those folks don't have to put any money out, and they can get their information out to job seekers, both people who want to go for training, who are looking for better ways to find out where the jobs are, and people who are out of work who might need services that the state, the county, or the city can provide for them as well, for housing issues or just salary issues and so on while they're not working.
Anita, are there physical AARP locations around the state of Nevada? I mean, offices?
The main office is in Las Vegas.
Okay. Is there
We
anything
have-
up in Reno?
Yes, we have the AARP Foundation is here, and I'm not exactly sure of the street address. They will be represented at the job fair. The Senior Community Service Employment Program, which Donna referenced, is actually a program for low-income seniors, and they also have training available. But I'd like to digress just one moment and say I don't want to forget to mention the Reno Sparks Chamber of Commerce. They are our they're our co-sponsor on this, and Mark Tolman of their staff has been working diligently to help us put this together.
Does one become a member of AARP in Nevada? Are there dues or are there dues?
There are dues.
Oh, got to get around to the
You can
dues.
join on the website. You probably, once you reach 50 years old, get mailings from
Okay.
people all the time.
And I believe, is it $12 a year and $18 for 3 years? It's probably the least expensive, most informational kind of organization that anybody can join to get info about everything in the world, from health to jobs to...
How about bargains for seniors?
There
Oh,
are.
absolutely.
Bargains, things like
Oh,
that?
absolutely. There are travel discounts, there are car discounts. They have a new site that, do you know the name of the site? Where you can go on and get discount coupons for restaurants and so forth. Go to your AARP.org and you can find out about local programs. But yes, AARP is very, very dedicated to service. I mean, our founder, Ethel Porciandris, her motto was to serve, not to be served.
How long has AARP been in existence? Roughly, more
About 62 years.
62 years? So if you've got, what'd you say, 300,000 in the state of Nevada?
Yeah.
So you must have, I don't know how many
We have,
millions in the...
The last count was around 34 million, more or less. You can imagine that with an age group that we have, there is some attrition.
Sure, but it becomes a very important political arm too, as politicians find out each and every year.
Absolutely.
Because seniors vote. We all know that, seniors vote, yeah, right.
Right. And in forming, a lot of people ask us about how they form their opinions. It's extensively done through research. For every issue that we undertake, we do extensive preliminary research to find out how our members view the issue.
28th, July the 28th, Dandini, Red Campus, I remember, those are the only things I remember.
Red Mountain.
Red Mountain, okay.
Dandini campus.
Ladies, I'm glad that other people are interested in senior issues too. And Anita and Donna, thank you for being our guest here on Channel 213. We do appreciate it. I'm Bob Carroll. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.